We're going to talk about Ranken Jordan.
It was crazy how long it was chaos, her getting admitted. For visitors, there's not food choices.
Friendliest place she's been to. Better than Disneyland. How you doing, Raelynn? How you feeling? You're a cutie. You're a cutie. We're going to talk about Ranken Jordan. Raelynn was at Ranken Jordan a while back, and she was there after her hip surgery. Pretty quick after, she went there after a week after her hip surgery, right?
I think it was about a week and a half, maybe, and then she stayed there about 3 weeks.
So we've been wanting to do this for a while. We have a survey from Ranken Jordan to kind of evaluate how Ranken Jordan was.
Help them.
Well, it helps them, but we've been wanting to do a review on them for a while.
So you can know about them.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of go through this survey and use it to refresh our memories as to our experience at Ranken Jordan.
Because we're going to talk all about Ranken Jordan Bridge Hospital in St. Louis.
All right. So question number 1 has a scale of very good, good, fair, poor, very poor, or does not apply. First, the pre-admission tour.
We skipped it.
So what would you say that would be? Very good, fair, poor?
I don't know. It doesn't apply. We skipped it.
They
offered it to us, and I was like, no, don't need to go.
Yeah, but then you also said that you wish you had done one.
I asked them, we'll get to this later, but when they admitted Raelynn, they bombarded us with 50 million people asking 50 million questions, and it was just chaos for at least a couple hours, do you think? It was crazy how long it was chaos, her getting admitted. And I asked them, if we had done the pre-admission tour, would we have, skipped some of this? And they're like, oh, no, we don't do any of that during pre-admission. I was like, you should consider it because I'm overwhelmed.
Gotcha.
So they could make it useful, but they don't.
Well, yeah. The only thing that I remember about the pre-admission tour that you felt like you would have benefited from was the food situation.
The food situation was the most upsetting, but just the number of people they brought in and introduced and made sure we knew was working with Raelynn and all their policies. It was all too much. Yeah,
but specifically for the food thing, I was thinking how there was no space for you to store food.
Yeah, that was the most frustrating thing.
And there was no way that you could leave. We don't leave Raelynn.
So we're getting ready to leave Raelynn. But yeah.
You would not have left Raylan's room at Ranken Jordan. And they were basically saying you can't eat in her room. So we were like, so how do we eat?
This is not really related to the pre-admission tour.
That's true. All right, let's keep going. Your questions answered.
They answered our questions.
Very good. Time spent for the admission process.
It was too long. It was a long, overwhelming admission process with people just, hi, I'm so-and-so, and this is my role. Hi, I'm so-and-so, and this is my role. And when you go to Children's Hospital, the social worker doesn't come introduce themselves, and all the therapy people that might be working with your kid, and the doctor, and the nurse, and yes, some of them do, but it was crazy how many people came in the span of 2 hours, while Raelynn was not feeling good because she'd just been transported, and I was dead tired because I'd been up since 4 a.m. It was crazy.
I feel since they knew Raelynn was coming, I feel like a lot of that could have taken place even before we got there. Mm-hmm. And it could have been some simple form we filled out online even. Mm-hmm. They did not need to do all that in person as soon as we got there. Mm-mm. Overall admission process.
Other than that, it was fine. They got the information they needed.
Right. Were you told how long your stay would be at Ranken Jordan Pediatric Hospital?
Sort of. They said, basically, we could stay longer than we wanted. They said maybe up to 3 months.
Yeah.
Which is way longer than we wanted. So.
Additional comments? Yeah. Cleanliness. Staff use of hand sanitizer, soap, water before and after care.
I didn't stare at them, but everything looked clean.
Everything's fine.
If Raelynn took a shower, or if she had a roommate for a while, if the roommate took a shower, someone was in there to mop down that restroom that day. Usually, I think within an hour or two.
So it was clean.
It was a very clean place.
Patient room, same thing.
Yeah.
Guest bathrooms.
I didn't use the guest bathroom.
Hospital in general?
Actually, yeah, I do use the guest bathroom now. Yeah, they're clean.
Okay. Hospital in general?
It's clean.
Additional comments? None?
No.
Meals. If on a special diet, how well was it explained?
Raelynn is on a special diet, and at Children's, I make up her food. At Children's Hospital, because it's weird, it's formula plus cream plus water plus protein powder. They just let me make up her food, and then I might give it to them to store, but I'm in charge of it. At Ranken, they're like, oh, no, we're in charge of it. Ranken pretty much counts on you being useless or maybe not being there, so they want to have it.
Do you think that they had the diet exactly the way we do it?
They didn't have the formula, so they couldn't.
So they wanted to be in charge, but they couldn't do it the right way?
In their defense, St. Louis Children's doesn't have the formula either. They worked really hard to make an equivalent formula. They asked us if we were okay with it, and they did give her a great formula. So they did a great job. It was different than what I'm used to, but they did a great job.
Variety of food choices.
For RAELYNN, they adjusted appropriately. For visitors, there's not food choices.
There's a little restaurant there.
There was like a break room, which they told me RAELYNN could not go in, that had a bunch of vending machines. It had like, you know, not Japanese level, but it had high quality vending machines with like sub sandwiches. But think gas station food.
See, I never even went in there.
And it was overpriced.
Gotcha. Additional comments? None.
Well, if you're low income or if you are stuck there from out of town and the social worker realizes the policy, you can eat in the cafeteria.
Okay.
You have to fill out forms. I don't know. It's not like a normal hospital cafeteria. It's like this is the meal.
Gotcha.
Or you can bring food and try to find a place to store it.
Care provided. Friendliness, courtesy of care team.
Friendliest place I've been to.
Friendliest place she's been to. Better than Disneyland.
Yeah, they were really, I mean, it's not the funnest place, but they were really friendly.
That's good. Professionalism of care team.
Almost every single person there was super professional.
Yeah.
I can think of 2 people that weren't. And you know how many people we saw there?
Yeah, there's a ton.
And I know from reading, I think, Glassdoor reviews or something, that there's been some drama going on. Like, employment-wise at Ranken and, like, change of who was in charge or something.
Really?
Like, I knew before I went in that there was a high turnover rate recently. And some people weren't happy with their job. But everyone but 2 people I thought were amazing. And those 2 people weren't bad.
All right, let's move on.
They weren't bad.
Treated with respect by care team.
Everyone but those 2 people. That's probably why I didn't love them.
Trust in care team.
At first, I didn't trust them at all. By the end of the stay, I realized RAELYNN would have been okay if I was not there.
And see, I would say that's mostly true. I would say it's no different than being at a hospital or anywhere else, though. Like, I just feel like people can't get to know RAELYNN at the level that we know her. And when I feel like whether I'm at the hospital or watching over her care at Ranken Jordan, I always have to keep a really close eye on whoever is providing care. Whether they're giving meds or whether they're suctioning or whether they're...
Suctioning is our big concern.
Yeah.
Suctioning, we've hurt RAELYNN suctioning her, and we've watched respiratory therapists hurt RAELYNN suctioning her, and it turns into a vicious cycle. But here's why I think they're better. I would not leave RAELYNN alone at Children's Hospital. Like, I would not. And Children's Hospital is great. Like, I recommend it to everyone. St. Louis Children's Hospital, we love them. I wouldn't leave RAELYNN alone overnight there. She can't speak. She's nonverbal. They wouldn't catch if something was happening quick enough, I don't think, always. At Ranken, I would leave her alone there. I would be okay with it. I wasn't when we first went there, but by the end of like a couple weeks, I realized these people keep a really close eye on the kids. Like, when the call button went off, they knew I was with RAELYNN 24/7, and they still right away, are you okay in there? Way quicker than Children's Hospital. And the kids who didn't have parents there, which was most of them, as soon as it was morning, they'd pull them out in the hall where there was tons of nurses around.
Yeah.
If they couldn't get out of bed, they pulled their whole bed out of the room.
That's true.
They always made sure they could keep an eye on kids.
And maybe it's just because I'm her dad, but I just always feel like I need to be on top of everything. So, like, every time there's a medication given, every time there's anything going on with RAELYNN'S care, I kind of hover and make sure that it's being done the way that I would do it.
Did you notice any med errors at Ranken?
I'm trying to think.
Because I've seen med errors at Children's Hospital. And again, St. Louis Children's Hospital, we love them. It's just mistakes happen. You know, people make mistakes.
I've definitely seen errors at Children's Hospital, yeah.
I don't think there was any medication errors, and they were so quick. Like, if I said, hey, I think RAELYNN needs ibuprofen, within
quick.
10 minutes they had her ibuprofen.
Right.
Like, they were really fast to respond.
Yeah.
Do you get better care when mom and dad are there? You know, yes, because we can tell them immediately what her baseline is or what's normal, but I totally would trust them.
Yeah.
Totally would trust them.
How well the care team worked together.
Amazing. Like, the nurses and the techs worked together. Like I said, there's supposedly drama there. I didn't see it.
Going. Amount of attention paid to special or personal needs.
I mean, a ton.
The care team kept you informed.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's the opposite.
So,
we need to keep the care team informed.
There were activities there.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they told us always what RAELYNN could do and participate in. But also, RAELYNN was stuck in bed a lot, too.
So with RAELYNN, it takes time for her to get out of her bed. It takes time to get her situated so that she can go to participate in activities. So there was literally at least once or twice where I think it was the music or tactile therapy or something like that said, "Hey, we're having therapy," and I'm like, "When does it start?" And they're like, at 11 o'clock, and it was like literally 10 minutes before. I'm like, there is no way we're gonna get there in time.
Yeah, and it's they're short therapy sessions. She only had one music therapy session. That music therapist though was amazing, and if we weren't prioritizing speech and PT so much, she could have had more music sessions. If your kid goes to Ranken Jordan, Mary, the music therapist, is absolutely amazing. That lady is incredible.
Information provided by the care team was understandable. Yeah. Included or in decisions about treatment, of course. The care team's concern for privacy.
Yep.
Yeah. Care team respected your knowledge of your own child. Sure.
Definitely.
Pain addressed. Yeah.
Very well.
Very good. The environment promoted rest and rest times.
Definitely they did.
Yeah.
For you.
Well, mostly. I would say.
Except for admission.
Yeah,
those first 2 hours, RAELYNN wasn't feeling great, and just people kept coming in.
And I would say that like Ranken Jordan did better better than a hospital when it comes to letting her rest, but still not as good as at home.
Yeah, you can rest better at home,
right.
But they wouldn't, hospitals have to bug you way more than Ranken did.
Yeah, physician services.
They were great. We had a great wound nurse or something. I mean, amazing wound care nurse, amazing.
Nursing services, good.
I loved all the nurses.
Therapy services.
They were amazing therapists. Top-notch therapy at Ranken.
Support services.
What's that mean?
Like support staff, whether techs or...
I don't know. If they mean the techs were absolutely amazing there.
Caregiver training.
We got trained on how to use a Hoyer lift.
Yep.
And the speech people have done excellent at giving us tips and ideas and training us on how to use the WinSlate for RAELYNN. When she was getting mad at it, they gave us some tips and they're helping a little bit. What else did they teach us? How to lift her, a 2-person transfer really well. They taught us how to do that. They made sure we learned while we were there.
That was helpful. And actually, that was one of the main reasons why we wanted to go there, is to be trained on a couple things like that.
How to change your diapers really well.
Yeah. Being an A-frame cast is a lot different for caring for RAELYNN. The care team provided information about medications.
I don't know if they needed to. I think we provided them information.
Doesn't apply. Medication information provided was understandable. Yeah. Help arranging follow-up care, appointments, nursing, therapy, equipment, supplies.
Yes. And so they showed us how to use a Hoyer lift. We wanted a Hoyer lift. I was worried if we got a regular Hoyer lift in our home, they wouldn't pay for a ceiling lift. Physical therapy was really upfront with me, and they're like, if we turn in this form, you're probably going to get a Hoyer lift in your home. If we don't turn it in, you can try to get a ceiling lift. We can't help you with that process. There wasn't something they could do, but they're like, do you want us to keep this and just call us if you want it signed? Like, they really informed me on what they could and couldn't do. And they tried to help us as much as they could with that.
Prepared for return to school community activities.
RAELYNN left before most kids would because she has home nursing, so.
Discharge instructions clearly stated and easy to follow.
Definitely.
Overall transition to home.
Went pretty smooth.
Facilities. Building.
The building's really pretty. There was funny things though. Like they had a rock climbing wall in there. And
which is very cool.
I really think probably less than 5% of their patients could utilize something like that.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I was just like, that was strange.
Yeah.
They also had a pool though for swim therapy.
They had a really cool playground.
Yeah, they had the outdoor area was fantastic. They had a lot of therapy rooms, an art room, great facility.
It was always under construction too.
Yeah. You know what's weird is they were replacing flooring, and I go back there for outpatient, and it literally just looks like they replaced the flooring with the same flooring. Like it already looked clean beforehand. It looked in good shape. I don't know.
Interesting.
Not sure.
Parking is fine.
Easy to park there.
Yeah. Safety and security of the environment is fine.
I will say, yeah, it's fine.
Overall satisfaction, very good.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah, definitely. Would you recommend it? Yes, we would. that's it. Any other additional thoughts?
It's only one of 2 places that I would leave Braylon without us. The other one being Almost Home Kids.
Right.
And I wouldn't have until I spent like 2 weeks there, but I realized they would take care of Braylon.
So if you or your family member is needing to go to a bridge hospital after surgery or whatever else at a hospital, Ranken Jordan's great. So
I wouldn't
say hesitate.
If your doctor's saying, hey, if you want your child can go to Ranken Jordan instead of home, you should consider it.
Yeah.
Because at first we were like, no, we don't need to do that. And they're like, well, you can always just stay for a little bit. We learned a lot there, and it made the transition home easier. If it's offered to you, if someone's saying your kid can go to Ranken Jordan, I think you should go.
So, Ranken Jordan, if you want to sponsor this video, we're up for that.
They gave her a really cool strobe light thing that she likes.
That's true. Yeah, the strobe light that she's using now in her bedroom is the one from Ranken Jordan.
They gave that to her.
And I can't find it online. So if anybody knows what that one's called, if this one ever breaks, we need a replacement for it because she likes this one a lot. But I can't find it. So
really good people there. Highest quality nurses. Great people.
Good deal. All right, that is our review of Ranken Jordan. We're going to transfer her back to bed.
She's like, Dad, what are you doing?
All right, here we go. Ready? Oh, you got her good?
Yeah.
Okay.
She says, do you have her good?
I got her good.
She looked at you. She's not worried about me. She's worried about you.
Why is she worried about me? I'm fine.
She is looking at you. I know Mom's got me, but Dad, you got me good?
Okay.
Would it help if we put the bed lower first?
Yep. There we go. You okay? Emily's got your light on here.
That's a new one. Well, it's not new,
She had it for a while. Thanks, sweetie. Do you like the lights? Oh my goodness.